Hello, I am Sophronia Scott, Director of the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing, and this is Faculty Friday. It's your weekly opportunity to learn more about the excellent faculty that we have waiting for you in our MFA program. And today we have with us Karen E. Bender. Karen is the author of the story collection Refund, which was a finalist for the National Book Award in Fiction and also longlisted for the Story Prize. Her collection, The New Order, was also longlisted for the Story Prize in 2018. She is the author of two novels, Like Normal People, which was a Washington Post Book of the Year and a Los Angeles Times bestseller, and A Town of Empty Rooms. Her fiction has appeared in magazines including The New Yorker, Granta, Plowshares, the Yale Review, the Harvard Review, Zoetrope, Guernica, and others, and has been reprinted in Best American Short Stories, Best American Mystery Stories, and New Stories from the South. Karen is the fiction editor of the literary journal Scoundrel Time. So we've had conversations. Well, first of all, thanks for being here today, Karen.
That's a pleasure.
So obviously you write a lot of short fiction. You are a literary journal editor. And I once heard you say that when you're submitting to literary journals, you have to know that the story is finished. How do you know the story is finished?
So the fast answer to that is actually you don't know. You just kind of have to guess. And I have this great quote from Martha Graham, who I love, who the choreographer who was once saying to Agnes DeMille, a choreographer, this quote about art, which is, no artist is pleased. There is no satisfaction, whatever, at any time. There is only a queer, divine dissatisfaction, a blessed unrest that keeps us marching and makes us more alive than the others. I love that quote because it is about the feeling you don't necessarily know, but at a certain point you go over it and over and over it, and then you kind of are sick of it, and then you're just like, I need to be done. So I think something, you do many drafts, the longer you stay with the piece, the better it gets. I think read through out loud. Are there places that feel mushy? I think sometimes that stories sort of like a cake, like you put in a fork and some places are not quite done, and then some places are more done. So work on the places that need to be more done. And I think a lot of it is, what can you cut? Cutting is like a huge part of editing. And then clarity is the last thing to look at. Does each sentence make sense? So I think, those are the questions to have in mind as you're thinking whether something's finished.
So when cutting could also be part of that cake piece that you might be messing with something thinking that it's not finished, but
Yeah.
really that part needs to be cut.
Yeah, totally right. There's a lot of stuff that may be interesting, but not necessary. That I think is saying, I'll find like, I'll really like a section. It's like, is it necessary? It may not be.
Yeah, I was reading Brenda Euland's book, If You Want to Write, recently, and she says something similar, that you kind of have to tell the story to yourself, right? And so is the story there, like a fairy tale? Is it complete? And then you can do the hard work of building the story, the literary aspect of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great point.
Right.
Yeah. Yay.
So thank you for that, Karen. I hope you listening will be able to finish your stories with great success. She is Karen Bender. I'm Sophronia Scott, and we are with the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing. We are currently taking applications for our next residency. You can learn more about us at alma.edu/MFA. Thank you. And thanks, Karen.
Oh, thank you.